viewers, on to now the Times Now Special Investigation Team investigation. This investigation, viewers, that we're going to bring to you exposes from the ground up. Now remember, it's very, very important, viewers, in stories like this to assess the reality for yourself. A lot of people are going out there and spreading a lot of misinformation. They're trying to sow the seeds of discord in our society. And this is unacceptable at times such as these. Now, this investigation exposes from the ground upwards those who have tweeted or commented, circulated ill-founded rumors or unverified information to suggest that only the majority community is to be blamed for the riots, or the principal accused are innocent, that they have no checkered past, that they are being victimized just because they are Muslims, or, viewers, that a mosque was targeted, that the Hindu procession deviated from its path, jumped the fence, got into this mosque/dargah, implanted saffron flags to antagonize the Muslim community, which reacted. All of this, viewers, has been tweeted. Their tweets have ignited passions, led to Muslims feeling hate against Hindus. We will consider two states, Delhi, and a little later on India Upfront, Jharkhand. But let's begin with the Delhi riots with respects to what happened in Jahangirpuri. In regards to the Hanuman Jayanti Shobha Yatra, our ground investigation reveals that the facts are quite different from the fakery peddled by the politicians and influencers. It has taken us a lot of painstaking investigation to get you these facts, viewers. Let's go one by one. Let's debunk these myths being propagated by mythmongers. What do we know, viewers? The first myth, that only Hindus provoked. Now, viewers, the facts are encapsulated in the FIR. The facts say that Ansar approached the procession with his aides. Ansar, of course, is now in police custody. So Ansar approached the procession with the aides. That's what we know, because that's what the police have determined, and they have put out there in absolute terms. Ansar started arguing, then the pelting began. Also, viewers, of course, what we have heard is that the police revealed that the pelting came from C block, which is, of course, the Muslim side. Now, how do we know all this? Because Times Now hit the ground. We spoke to eyewitnesses, and we spoke to an SI, a sub-inspector called Medhalal Meena from Jahangirpuri, who witnessed firsthand what happened and whose deposition is part of the FIR. Listen to this first. Meena, let's play out Meena.
सर, मेरा कोई दोस्त नहीं है, ना मेरे पार्टी का है, ना मैं इसको जानता हूं, मगर सब लोग कह रहे हैं कि वहां के हिंदू कह रहे हैं ना, वहां के हिंदू भाई कह रहे हैं, उसके पड़ोसी हिंदू भाई हैं, वो कह रहे हैं अंसार की इंटीग्रिटी पर, उसके कैरेक्टर पर वो कह रहे हैं। आप बगैर परमिशन के देते हैं और आपकी नाक के नीचे सब चीजें होती हैं, और आप ये इल्जाम लगाते एक तरफ।
पहुंची थी पीछे, सी ब्लॉक है मस्जिद, सी ब्लॉक वाली मस्जिद। जब मैं पीछे की तरफ था, आगे और भी स्टाफ था, वहाँ शोभा यात्रा वालों से और मस्जिद वालों के आपस में बहस शुरू हो गई। बाद में भीड़ बढ़ती चलेगी, फिर उनका पथराव होगा, आपस में झगड़ा होगा। फिर स्टाफ ने आके सबको अलग अलग करवा दिया। वहाँ जब हमारे एसएचओ साहब भी थे और भी स्टाफ था, उन्होंने दूर दूर करा दिया। बाद में जैसे जैसे भीड़ बढ़ती चलेगी तो दोनों को अलग अलग कर दिया। शोभा यात्रा वालों को जी ब्लॉक साइड कर दिया, इनको सी ब्लॉक साइड में रोक दिया। और वो चौक पे आके, कुशल चौक पे आके वहाँ बीच में पुलिस खड़ी होगी, दोनों को शांत करवा दिया। उसके बाद में फिर सी ब्लॉक साइड से कुछ उपद्रवी तत्व आए और उन्होंने तलवार लाठी ले रहे थे वो।
Well, let's go. Myth 1, viewers. Let's start with myth 1. Meghna, can you pull out myth 1 and put it out there? It's very, very important that we set the entire record straight. The myth 1 or the angle 1 is, viewers, a very specific one. And that is that Ansar targeted for being a Muslim. That the person who has been arrested has been targeted for being a Muslim. Asaduddin Owaisi has come out and said that Ansar was trying to control the mob. He was not inciting. Asaduddin Owaisi has also come out and said, viewers, that he is a man of great good character. That this individual, his character, his integrity is being questioned. But that is indeed not quite the case. What do the facts tell us? Let me quote you now from the FIR. Delhi police claim Ansar is a history sheeter, accused of 2 previous cases of assault. Yes, this man doesn't have a spotless character. There's no integrity here to be defended. He's been arrested in several cases of preventive detention, booked 5 times under the Gambling and Arms Act. FIR also claims that Ansar started the argument, triggered the pelting. He was not trying to control the mob. He was not inciting. That's what Asaduddin Owaisi said. He was not inciting. This man was the trigger. That's what the police are saying on record, viewers. And there is no less than the Commissioner of Police who has come out and made this. But first listen to Asaduddin Owaisi talking about Ansar, who, according to Asaduddin Owaisi, who I don't know how he knows, without knowing this individual, said he was trying to control the mob and his character and integrity is being questioned.
अंसार को जो आप एक्यूज बना रहे हैं, ये सरासर गलत है। उस लड़के ने कंट्रोल किया वहां पर। मैं अंसार मेरा कोई दोस्त नहीं है, ना मेरे पार्टी का है, ना मैं इसको जानता हूं। मगर सब लोग कह रहे हैं कि वहां के हिंदू कह रहे हैं ना, वहां के हिंदू भाई कह रहे हैं, उसके पड़ोसी हिंदू भाई हैं, वो कह रहे हैं अंसार की इंटीग्रिटी पर, उसके कैरेक्टर पर वो कह रहे हैं। आप बगैर परमिशन के देते हैं और आपकी नाक के नीचे सब चीजें होती हैं और आप ये इल्जाम लगाते एक तरफ।
Now, viewers, to the perhaps most diabolical deception. Many people came out, and I'm talking about the AAP MLA Amanatullah Khan. I'm talking about, once again, Mr. Owaisi of the AIMIM. I'm talking about the Rashtriya Lok Dal, Shahid Siddiqui. What did they come out and say? They said that the procession forcibly entered the mosque and installed a saffron flag atop it. That's the mosque on the extreme right of you, viewers, or a dargah, call it what you want to. It is also said that Bajrang Dal and RSS men waving guns were not arrested. It is also said that the mob tried to defile the mosques, not condemned for this, and only the minority community is being demonized. Shahid Siddiqui said, justifying the backlash, said, do this and expect Muslims to shower flowers? That's what he said, viewers. The fact is, and this is Rakesh Asthana, the Delhi Police Commissioner, who said the reports of flags installed at mosques are baseless. Listen in to Rakesh Asthana.
ये बात में तथ्य नहीं है, झंडे की बात नहीं है। झगड़ा छोटी सी बात पे अल्टरकेशन शुरू हुआ था, वो फिर इसने ये स्वरूप ले लिया। जो लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि झंडा लगाने की कोशिश की थी, तो ऐसी बात में तथ्य नहीं है।
वही तो मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं, दो जब पीसफुल चले गए, तीसरे प्रोसेशन में ही इन्होंने उस मस्जिद के ऊपर वहां पर वो झंडा लगाया। नहीं सर, सुनिए, वहीं पर उन्होंने तलवारें उनकी हाथों में हैं, एक नहीं, दो नहीं, तीन नहीं, हर एक के हाथ में तलवार है। मैं फोटो दिखाता हूं आपको, देख लो आप, वीडियो दिखाता हूं मैं आपको।
Now viewers, what else was said? Another element of fakery. Only Muslims were booked. One-sided action by arresting only Muslims. Mum on the procession with guns and pistols, no arrests. Well, the facts are that 7 Hindus, including 2 minors, are arrested. All Hindus slapped with 9 charges in the FIR. The charges are not, viewers, minor. Attempt to murder, rioting, assault. There has been no discrimination here. Listen in once again to what Mr. Owaisi said when he tried to suggest that only one community was being targeted by law enforcement. And listen to the family members. Listen in, viewers.
अंसार को जो आप एक्यूज बना रहे हैं, ये सरासर गलत है। उस लड़के ने कंट्रोल किया वहां पर। मैं अंसार मेरा कोई दोस्त नहीं है, ना मेरे पार्टी का है, ना मैं इसको जानता हूं, मगर सब लोग कह रहे हैं कि वहां के हिंदू कह रहे हैं ना, वहां के हिंदू भाई कह रहे हैं, उसके पड़ोसी हिंदू भाई हैं, वो कह रहे हैं अंसार की इंटीग्रिटी पर, उसके कैरेक्टर पर वो कह रहे हैं। आप बगैर परमिशन के देते हैं और आपकी नाक के नीचे सब चीजें होती हैं, और आप ये इल्जाम लगाते एक तरफ।
किसको लेके गए हैं आपके?
मेरे हस्बैंड को।
क्या नाम है उनका?
सुजीत हल्दर।
तो क्या इन्वॉल्वमेंट था इनका इस केस में?
कुछ भी नहीं, हमारा हिंदू है, हम लोग अपना पूजा धर्म जो है वही अपना बस पूजा में शामिल थे, बस यही कसूरवार देखा जाए तो है, और कुछ नहीं। उनका जो भी कुछ होता है हम उनके बीच में कभी नहीं जाते हैं, वो हमारे बीच में आते हैं। अभी वहाँ पे जिनकी जैसी आदत होती है वो इंसान वैसे हरकत करता है। अभी फिर वहाँ पे डीएसपी किसी से पत्थर चला दिया है। वो तो इतने बड़े इंसान के ऊपर चला सकते हैं, हम तो आप पब्लिक है, हम तो मच्छर है।
300 से 400 लोग सामने से दौड़ते हुए आ रहे थे और तभी हम भागे हैं, क्योंकि 400 बंदों के सामने हम क्या करेंगे। मैं सब कुछ छोड़ के भाग गया, शटर डाउन करके। मैं बस मुश्किल से हुआ, बस साइड का मैं शटर बंद करके भागा हूँ। फिर बाद में आके मैंने लॉक करके घर पे गए, हम अंदर करके सारा सामान।
कौन लोग थे?
कुछ नहीं पता, भीड़ में एक तो शक्लें सबकी एक जैसी लगती हैं, आप समझ जाओ।
उपद्रवियों का नाम नहीं होता, कोई कुछ नहीं होता,
वो तो बस भीड़।
औजार थे इनके पास? पत्थरों के
औजार सब कुछ था जी, डंडे, पत्थर थे, तलवारें, हथौड़े थे, ये सब थे।
Well, viewers, let's open this up. What is the end? What is the end that these people are working towards? Are they misleading to malign the nation, to divide the nation? All of these mythmongers need to be today questioned, challenged. Let me begin with the MIM spokesperson, first on the show. Mr. Waris Pathan, why mislead? Why fake? Why alienate? Why polarize Muslims? Feed them a wrong, unsubstantiated narrative? What are you trying to gain from this, sir?
Well, Rahul, nobody wants to mislead the nation. The entire nation and the world is watching what is happening, what happened in Delhi yesterday as well. There are videos to suggest what happened yesterday. The Commissioner of Police Delhi said that no permission was given. So may I ask, who the person responsible for taking out these processions, wherein we have seen swords were used, pistols are there, photographs are there, people holding pistols, young boys, juveniles, carrying swords, moving the procession which is the mosque, there sloganeering is done. Some of them try to enter the mosque, they try to hoist the flag, and then commotion erupts. During that the police comes and this thing happens. So who started? Who provoked? Who started the violence? And on top of that, the police comes as an arrest yesterday 14 Muslims. So why this selectivism, Rahul? The provocators whom we have seen, there are videos, I don't say on my own, there are videos to suggest that yes, there was provocation, people were moving with swords in their hand, pistols in their hand, everything was there. Police did not give them permission. So this is a conspiracy for low intensity violence being created all over our country. This is the 6th to 7th state when such kind of incidents are taking place in the name of
Mr. Pathan,
processions.
I have to interrupt you once again.
Mr. Modi is silent, Amit Shah is silent, and Kejriwal is blaming the Muslims. Kejriwal wants the vote.
Okay, one second. Now let's be
when this situation arises,
let's be a little controlled. 1 minute. Let's take it step by step. First of all, sir, you once again lied on Times Now. You said only Muslims are being arrested. I have just exposed this. Your boss came out. Listen to me. Are you going to deny that 7 individuals from the Hindu community are arrested, including 2 minors, and that they are charged with attempt to murder, rioting and assault? Are you going to deny this?
So why arrest only 7? When we can see that thousands of people are there in the procession holding swords in their hand.
Why only arrest? Why only arrest? Why only arrest 14 Muslims?
Why only 7?
What kind of ridiculous? 1 minute, Mr. Pathan.
Where are the organizers?
Why shouldn't you be arrested and your party be arrested for lying in a sensitive situation? Why shouldn't your boss be arrested for lying?
Why we are not lying?
I'll tell you.
We have got
your boss comes out and says, listen to me. Listen to me.
Quote the channel.
Listen to me, sir.
The video.
Listen to me. What kind of preposterous questions are these?
If you allow me to show the video, I'll play the video on your channel.
Mr. Pathan,
I will play the video.
what kind of bizarre,
you were not there,
what kind of bizarre question is this? Why only 7 Hindus? Why not 150 Muslims? Tomorrow someone is going to ask that. Sanju Verma will say, look at the overwhelming majority of Muslims out there throwing stones. Now 1 minute, viewers.
Rahul, 10 seconds.
No, 1 second.
Rahul,
Pathan Sahab, listen to me.
Whosoever is it,
are you denying that Mr.
in the illegal procession?
Are you denying that Mr. Owaisi came out?
But don't show selectivism.
No, I'm not showing. I've shown the facts.
There should be equality.
Both sides, members of both communities are arrested, viewers.
I am showing you the facts.
1 minute, 1 minute. No, your facts don't count, sir. You're not the investigator. You are a mythmonger.
No,
I could call you more, but I'm not.
Camera.
Wait a minute.
One of the biggest channel of our country.
1 minute, 1 minute. Asaduddin Owaisi says Ansar's character integrity.
But I can show you.
Viewers, these are not my words. These are his boss's words. Asaduddin Owaisi comes out and says Ansar's character integrity is being questioned. What character, viewers? The FIR mentions that he's a history sheeter. Should we show you photographs of Ansar in his Sunday best? Let's show him. Let's show them. Let's show him in his Sunday best, sitting there with his shirt off, bottles of liquor all around him. For what purpose, we don't know. Arrested in several cases of preventive detention. Booked 5 times under Gambling and Arms Act. 2 previous cases of assault. Viewers, this individual is the epitome of a thug, and he's getting a clean chit from Owaisi. Why? So that all other Muslims think that one person is being victimized. Sanju Verma, the charge is you're victimizing, you're being selective, and I'm saying you because the Delhi police reports to the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Mr. Pathan says this is the game you're playing.
You know, Rahul, I think, we are going through a wave. And as you have rightly pointed out, I don't want to be on that side of the fence where I'm inflaming passions. Coming straight to the question that you asked, point number 1, at any given point, I would believe the Commissioner of Police, Delhi, Rakesh Asthana. I would believe the policeman injured, Medhalal Meena. I would believe the senior inspector, Mr. Arun Kumar. These are people who have categorically said that let a probe be conducted. A probe is underway, whether it was spontaneous, whether it was premeditated. That we will come to know once the conclusion of the probe is out in the public domain. But I want to say one thing very. There is this famous proverb by Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels. You tell a lie often enough.
No. But Sanju Verma, if they're telling lies, why don't you book them? Why doesn't your police file cases? You have booked journalists for UAPA when they have fake news. Jail Owaisi. If he's lying about Ansar's background, jail him.
Rahul, may I please finish?
No, but this is a question I'm legitimately asking.
Yes. You asked a legitimate question, and like I said, I don't think the BJP can be accused of pussyfooting because, there's been a lot of brouhaha on social media that the BJP has been pussyfooting. Let me please finish, Rahul. Don't get impatient with me. Do you remember a man called Siddiqui Kapan, a so-called journalist, clearly with very close links to the PFI? Everybody said because Siddiqui Kapan is a reputed journalist, Modi Sarkar to kabhi isko haath nahi lagayegi. But we arrested Siddiqui Kapan on your channel with a lot of responsibility, putting my neck on the axe. I'm telling you that sooner rather than later, you will also see a central Home Ministry notification banning the PFI. So to say that we are not doing enough is a whole lot of hogwash.
Let me tell you, Sanju Verma, if you allow me, let me tell you. You talk about pussyfooting. I'll tell you what is the definition of pussyfooting. When you allow an entire procession to proceed without legally sanctioning them the authority to do so. Okay? And this is being said by the same Rakesh Asthana who you are also quoting today as the gospel. So, there are some fundamental questions here. You believe, and I think you will agree with me, that if someone comes out and says that a mosque was attacked, and that's what led to the riots, that's a very serious allegation to make, because what does it do? It immediately throws fuel on an open fire, Dr. Ranganathan. Am I wrong or am I right? And if these people have said this, and if these people are wrong, then the no Mr. Pussyfooting Home Minister should come out and jail these people for inciting violence, spreading unfounded fears, and dividing this nation further. Dr. Ranganathan.
No, absolutely. Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to all my fellow panelists. Look, these multiple attacks on Hindu processions, on Ram Navami the whole past week, and on Hanuman Jayanti in Jahangirpuri. It's multiple cities. They have to be condemned. And you're absolutely right. Just a small, I think, correction if I'm not mistaken, the permission to hold this yatra was sought, the letters were sent, but the police did not agree to that, and yet the yatra went. So I think that is illegal. The Commissioner Asthana is absolutely right. Under no circumstances, because the police did not give the permission, even though it was sought. The police did not give the permission. So the yatra should not have happened. As simple as that. There is one law and everyone has to follow it. And as for Mr. Varis Patani, he's a very good friend. But he's been lying through his teeth, and I'm afraid on a lighter note, if one of his clients is watching this, he'll probably go and tell the judge ki judge sahab, main akele lad lunga apna case, Pathan sahab ko lawyer nahi rakhunga. I'm astonished by how some people are cushioning the perpetrators and trying to justify their violent actions of stone pelting and throwing of petrol bombs and arson and damage to public property. Rahul, this is sickening. The extent to which these Hindu folks will go. Thank you, by the way, for busting not only so many other propaganda, but the major one, that Bhagwa flag on mosque fake narrative. Forget Ansar. It appears every member of their rotten eco doing this and saying, "Main झुकेगा नहीं, जितना भी propaganda मैं फैलाऊंगा, फैलाना है, जो करना कर लो." Rahul, we live in a deeply polarized world, yes, but we never sit back to think, why are we polarized? What spews hate? What begets intolerance? Why the selectivity? For every Hindu procession that passes by a mosque and blares music, there is a Muslim procession that passes by a temple and blares music. But we are offended by only the former. For every Hindu procession that brandishes swords, there is a Muslim procession that brandishes swords too. But we are offended by only the former. You find Jai Shri Ram provocative. but Deen ke Gaddar, Bulau Ali ko, not provocative. Why? For every act of bigotry, hate crime, intolerance committed by Hindus or Muslims, there is a similar act committed by Muslims or Hindus, but we highlight only the former. Why? Now some people are saying stones were pelted by Muslims because Hindus were brandishing swords. This is such a specious argument because one, Muslim processions also brandish swords, but they aren't attacked. And if on an off chance they are you justifying attack on Muslim processions just because they are brandishing swords? And two, did all Hindu processions that were attacked in the past week brandish swords? No. Three, this is the same awful justification these sun-dried turnips give every time Hindus are attacked. This action-reaction, provocation-reaction theory. But then, why don't they apply the same theory to Godhra riots and justify them as a reaction to the trains burning? There they don't bring this action-reaction theory. Finally, Rahul, just 20 seconds. Take the recent 2020 Delhi riots, where both Hindus and Muslims took part, where both Hindus and Muslims got killed. But why are they still labeled as anti-Muslim pogrom? The tragedy is the common man can see through this propaganda and fake narrative. But these peddlers continue to peddle it. You can't cure them, Rahul. You have to endure them. Kya kare?
I want to bring in Waris Pathan. He wants to respond to you very quickly. Waris Pathan, will you today? Will you today put your hand on your heart? No, I'm asking you the question.
Yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute. I'm asking you a question. Will you today put your hand on the heart and say categorically that your boss was not giving a clean chit to the principal accused in this case, a man called Ansar?
Well, Ansar's neighbors, who are our Hindu brothers and sisters, they have given a statement to one of your media colleagues saying that Ansar never was into this kind of thing and he never provoked. That is why we said that Ansar, no, if he's guilty, hang him. But I agree with my friend Anand Ranganathan.
No, wait.
Mr. Anand Ranganathan.
Are you going to tell me tonight? No, 1 minute. This is a bit like saying, this is a bit like saying that, you know,
we are seeing.
No, 1 minute. This is a bit like saying that the Bahubali. 1 minute.
Which your colleagues
Waris Pathan. This is a bit like saying that the great Shahabuddin, who was one of the Bahubalis in Bihar, his neighbor said, "Ye to Maryada Purushottam hai." आप कौन सी दुनिया में रह रहे हैं साहब? क्या आपकी गली में जहां पर ओवैसी साहब रहते हैं उनके बाहर कोई बोलेगा कि ओवैसी साहब अकबरुद्दीन जो हैं उनके जो भाई हैं वो हेट मॉन्गर हैं? कभी नहीं बोलेंगे, वो तो डरेंगे.
And Rahul,
Rahul, the said people are saying Anwar का घर तोड़ दिया,
10 seconds Pathan.
Tenny का घर क्यों नहीं तोड़ा? Anand, one question to you. Anand, one question. Can this happen without the state's complicity in the entire matter? And why Modi is silent? Why Amit Shah is silent on the entire violence taking place in our country?
मैंने आपको इंटरप्ट देखिए, मेरा आप 10 सेकंड सुन लीजिए. पठान साहब प्लीज,
मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ,
अपनी बिरयानी की कसम, आपको अपनी बिरयानी की कसम सुन लीजिए. आपने लाइव पब्लिक टेलीविजन पे कहा है राहुल से कि राहुल, व्हाई ओनली मुस्लिम्स वर अरेस्टेड? कहा कि नहीं कहा? हाँ कहा. राहुल ने आपको प्रूफ दिया कि 7 हिंदूज वर अरेस्टेड. अब आप माफी मांगेंगे कि आप माफी मांग लीजिए प्लीज अपोलोजाइज.
मैं तो एफआईआर की कॉपी बता रहा हूँ. Yesterday 14 people were arrested. Their names are with me and all the 14 were Muslims. ये तो आज इन लोगों ने अरेस्ट किया.
अरे भाई
14 people were arrested.
अरे भाई क्या पुलिस क्या? नहीं 1 second. क्या पुलिस को हक नहीं बनता? नहीं 1 minute 1 second. You know, we have Mr. Pathan who has said just because please, don't try today, sir, being a lawyer on this show and defending the indefensible. Okay, don't hair split like this. आप गलत काम कर रहे हैं. आपके बॉस की बाइट्स में आपको सुनाता हूं. Wait a minute. Now viewers, listen to me. This is very, very important and I just want to tell you this. We have just heard Waris Pathan saying the man who is the principal accused here, a man called Ansar, who has a long history sheet, is innocent. And that's why Waris Pathan proclaims him to be, and so does his boss Owaisi, because उनके हिंदू नेबर्स कहते हैं. मेरी बात सुनिए अब. Osama is a terrorist, viewers, but Pakistan's 1 minute, please don't. I'm going to put you on, sir. Waris Pathan, I'm going to put you on mute.
On the Twitter as well.
Varis Pathan, I will put you on mute. Please do not do this. This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. I'm counting till 3. 1, 2, 3. Viewers, Osama is a terrorist, but one of our neighbors, and Imran Bhai, got up in Parliament. He's just been sacked as the Prime Minister of Pakistan and said he's a hero. Now, viewers, you understand when it comes down to compulsions. A gunda is living right next to you. Are you going to sit there and say, "Nahi ji, ye to gunde hain. Inko to andar jana chahiye." Ridiculous. Ridiculous logic, viewers. I am telling you that the BJP government at the center that looks after law and order must take action against these rumor mongers, myth mongers. I want to open this up further. Before that, I want to go straight across to Priyank. Priyank, you've been reporting from the ground. You have been to this mosque / dargah. You have been outside there. You have seen it. Mohit Bhatt, our colleague, has reported there. And there was no indication that anyone jumped the fence, planted flags, desecrated this mosque or the dargah. Am I right or wrong?
See, Rahul, I would say that I've gone through dozens of videos, and all these videos have people firing. They are having sword, that is from both the sides, but none of the videos suggest that there was someone tried to enter inside the mosque. While talking about the point on which our guests have been debating right now, that there were only people from one side who were arrested and the other side was not arrested, let me tell you to everyone that this incident of violence happened at 6:30 on 16th. Yesterday was 17th, when at 6:07 p.m. it was for the first time when the Delhi police officially released the name of all those individuals. I have been very patiently waiting and trying to show it to the names of these individuals. So the message came to my phone 6007, which has name of members of like Muhammad from Imtihad, Muhammad Ali, Ahir, Sheikh Saurabh, then you have Suraj, then you have Neeraj, then you have Sukain, then you have Suresh, and all these are Hindu names. So obviously, for God's sake, they should not try to talk about that whether till yesterday there were only people from one side who were arrested. Actually, the fact remains that during the first 24 hours of investigation, there were 20 people who were arrested by Delhi police. After that, one more arrest happened, and out of which, if they are talking so much concerned about the figures, there were 16 people from one committee and 7 individuals from different committee. So the claim which is being made that till yesterday Delhi police only arrested a group of one individual from one committee is certainly false. This is a official message which I have shown to my viewers. While talking about the point that whether someone tried to enter or not,
it's a lie. Absolutely, all lies, and we've debunked them meticulously.
I could not see any videos. So.
I know, absolutely. It's so apparent that there has been an attempt to mislead here, and there's been a deliberate one, viewers, which only points to the fact that this is a massive conspiracy. And I want to open this up. Meeta Chakravarti also. Stay on with me, Priyank. Meeta Chakravarti, let me ask you a very straightforward question. Is the intent to create permanent fissures, to split, balkanize India by lying, by spreading malicious myths?
Good evening to all your viewers. Before I answer your query, I just want to make one opening statement, and please allow me to do that. It is the responsibility of the central government and also partially Delhi government to maintain peace and law and order in the national capital. And both these governments, both the Delhi government and the central government, have failed to do so, as it has been established now beyond doubt. We see an atmosphere of hate, an atmosphere of communal disharmony in different parts of India. And I think we need to do a bit of soul searching to understand what is exactly going on behind the scenes. Now, coming back to this particular case of misleading people or coming to conclusion, it really pains me. I find it very, very problematic when there are political leaders who should ideally have a certain sense of responsibility, who go on to make such baseless statements. They are not investigating agencies. They are not fact finders. Whenever there is a riot, whenever there is an incident of violence where people from both the communities are involved, It is not about whether more number of Muslims got arrested or more number of Hindus got arrested. That is a ridiculous argument. If you have people of responsibility without finding facts, giving clean chit to people, then that is extremely problematic, that is misleading, and that must be avoided. And such people should be held accountable for what they are doing.
Sanju Verma, respond please.
You know, Rahul, with no offense to none, I think it's very important for you to mention that Meeta Chakrabarti, an analyst, she fought the Lok Sabha 2019 elections on a Congress ticket, and her Twitter handle says that she's a part of West Bengal Congress social. Let's be very clear, she's not a neutral party here. You know, so her words need to be
taken. And I think Times Now is well aware of my political credentials. I did not interrupt you, Rahul.
So let me tell you, if that is indeed the case.
I did not interrupt anybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
May I please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, so Meeta Chakrabarti, you know, her words for pearls of wisdom, lambasting the BJP government needs to be taken not with a pinch of salt, but with bucketfuls of salt. I just want to say this much. If a procession went through despite police permission not coming through, heads must roll. I'm not going to shove things under the carpet. If there was lack of, due diligence, there was oversight, people need to be held accountable. But somebody from the Congress party sitting here, waxing eloquent, giving the BJP a bhashan on law and order when Matloob Ahmed, the prime accused in Karoli riot, is still on the run. The riot took place on 2nd of April. Today it is 18.
Well, that's because, as you know, Sanju Verma, he is a Congress ally. Also, let me tell you, viewers, that there are several leaders at the Congress, from the Congress in Jharkhand, who accuse the Hindu community of rioting in Jharkhand. And let me tell you, viewers, the principal eyewitness of the riots in Lohardagga, who also happens to be a policeman, he has told Times Now that the riots began from the mosque. So the Congress has not covered itself in any glory either. They are all out there, and therefore I asked Ms. Chakrabarti this question. And I wanted her to wax eloquent before I actually confronted her with the facts from Jharkhand. In Jharkhand, viewers, Shamshul Ansari, who is a policeman, has debunked every claim made by the Congress there and the Jharkhand JMM party. So both the MIM, the Congress held back by appeasement, have been lying in different parts of the country about different incidences. Sushil Pandit, yes, Ms. Chakrabarti, please. Yes, does this apply to you, this sermon that you gave to the Congress party?
Yes, of course it does. Because you
so then I'm asking you, if it does, then let me ask you. Then let me ask you the question that I began by asking you, please.
Today, and you are to be held accountable.
Ms. Chakrabarti,
so
let me ask you.
No one can really run away from that.
No, if you're not going to run away, and if you agree that there has to be accountability, then let me ask you, why mislead in the first place? Only to be ticked off by an anchor who's going to fact check you? Or are you trying to gain something from this, i.e. polarized society? And why should I not ask you this question and accuse you of it?
Okay, once you're done, let me know when I can speak, because I do not like to be interrupted.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, yes, I am very much a member of Congress party and very much a supporter of Congress party, and I think people in Times Now are well aware of that. Okay, so there is I'm a very proud Congresswoman, so there's nothing to hide there. Number one. Number two, any state government, be it run by Congress, be it run by BJP, be it run by TMC, they are at the end of the day responsible for law and order of that state. In Delhi, it's of course a special case because we have Delhi police reporting to the central government. So when I say that the central government and the Delhi government will have to take their responsibility and be accountable, it's just a statement of fact. No one can deny that. Coming back to people in Jharkhand who have been giving misleading statements, by all means take action against them. Because anyone who is misleading, irrespective of political alignment, needs to be held accountable, especially in these very communally sensitive times. That is basic common sense, and that's all I'm trying to say here.
Rahul, 10 seconds.
Rahul, can I?
One second. You see, viewers, let me tell you, the lies, one second, the lies have been spun. And you have the Jharkhand Congress Committee coming out, and the president of it, Rajesh Thakur, coming out and saying, the BJP and the Prime Minister are responsible for what is happening in Jharkhand. Just now, Ms. Chakrabarti said that state governments are responsible for law and order under their own watch. Their own Gehlot Chief Minister, Mr. Gehlot, the glorious Mr. Gehlot, now you're not letting me speak. Now you're not letting me speak. You see,
please do.
You see, even the Congress Tonight exposed, viewers. Gehlot says, when we confronted them with facts about where is Matloob, how is it that the principal rioter is missing in the Karoli incident, who happens to be a Congress ally, he said, ask Modi. Go and ask him. Look at the way, viewers, the goalposts are changed. And pious homilies are rung out. Dr. Ranganathan, yes.
No, very brief. Very refreshing to see both the BJP spokesperson as well as the Congress-affiliated spokesperson or political analyst being very frank and, being very forthright. I think to the BJP spokesperson first, I think she said it, that if some illegality happened, heads must roll. And as far as Ms. Chakrabarti is concerned, I'm afraid for her forthrightness, she might be like Sanjay Jha, tomorrow suspended congressperson. But she said it right. She said every state that has law and order under it is to be held responsible. And as far as Delhi is concerned, one thing which she got it wrong, she held both AAP and BJP responsible.
Yeah.
I do not hold AAP responsible at all. It is the BJP central government that is responsible. And if the procession took place despite, permission not being given, that is wholly illegal. And Amit Shah and the HMO and the Delhi police are responsible for it. Ms. Chakrabarti is right.
No, and they will be doubly responsible if they don't book these rumor mongers. These liars
May I come in for
who are polarizing society. 1 minute, Sushil Pandit. Sushil Pandit hasn't had a word. He listened in very, very patiently. Apologize to you, Mr. Pandit. Yes, go ahead, sir.
You see, I am reminded of a small couplet which says, हिंद में घर हमारा पर हमारा कुछ नहीं, हिंद में हिंदू बेचारा कुछ नहीं. That is the reality of the day. And I see all these alibis, a post-event construct like the famous conversation between the upstream wolf and the downstream lamb. When the wolf accuses the lamb of dirtying his water, though he is drinking from the upstream. And when he is reminded of that, then he says, but your father abused me the other day. You see, there is a very clear indication that someone's itching for a fight. Someone's spoiling for a conflict. Because Durga Puja pandals are vandalized, Ganesh Visarjans are attacked upon, Ram Navami processions are disturbed, and now Hanuman Jayanti. There is a pattern in this. I don't see other festivals disrupted like this. No Muharram procession is ever attacked. No Eid, Ramzan, Shab Barat is disturbed. Why only Hindu processions, Hindu religious events, Hindu celebrations are disrupted with impunity, with a regularity which is alarming? There is very clearly a pattern in it.
Okay, well,
someone is prepared and someone's itching for a fight.
Well, Mr. Pandit, and when certain politicians try, okay, when let's go across. Let's go across to the Delhi Police Commissioner. Yes. Mr. Asthana, can you hear me? This is Rahul Shivshankar.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Asthana, thank you very much for joining us. You know, there has been a lot of confusion. You have Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi and other political leaders who are saying that the violence in Jahangirpuri was sparked because of the fact that a mosque was desecrated. Could you, Mr. Asthana, just clear the air on this? We've had you say that this was not the case, but could you repeat this, sir, for the wider public so that peace prevails and the Muslim community, which might be feeling aggrieved because of these lies, is rest assured.
That was not the case. The altercation was for some other thing. The mosque was definitely not desecrated. Thank you.
Okay, one more question, sir. One more question. There are many people who are saying that selective action is taking place. No Hindus are being arrested, or even if they are in a meager proportion to Muslims. Could you respond on this point, sir?
We have arrested from both the communities. The Hindus are also there, the Muslims are also there, and we have arrested those who are participating in the violence.
Without
fear
and favor. Without fear or favor.
Without fear or favor, we are going professionally. Those who are against whom there is an evidence, we are arresting them. And in future also, the evidences will be collected and the culprits will be arrested. But there is no discrimination.
Okay.
There is no
discrimination. Clear message coming out from Delhi Police Chief. 1 minute, sir. Last question to you. Mr. Asthana, it's an important one. If the Shobha Yatra applied for permission to conduct the Yatra, A, was it given? B, if it was not given, why wasn't it stopped?
There were 3 Shobha Yatras. Permissions were given to 2. And we have taken action against those who have not taken permission and against those people who had indulged in violence. Thank you.
So you're saying the third one was an illegal one. Permission was not given to the third one.
That is up to you to interpret. I have said that we have taken action against those who indulged in violence and carried out the procession without permission.
So last question. I positively will end it here. Last question. Is Ansar a history cheater? Because many people are saying that his integrity is being soiled.
He is a history cheater. No doubt about it.
Okay. Well, viewers, thank you very much, Mr. Asthana, for being patient. I know you're in the middle of an investigation. You can't really divulge much, but at least you've stated the facts. Waris Pathan has exited this debate. Note, viewers, disappeared. He's exited the debate as we were doing a live conversation. That itself tells you something. Nonetheless, viewers, I'm taking a very short break here. When we return, a massive controversy